So here we go. Thibus versus Cipressa. Cipressa ranked down at 20th, and well, coming into this competition, I think that ranking is going to climb up a little bit. Thibus up at number 3, but he's the reigning world champion. And the thing for me with Erica Cipressa is that she said that she was feeling, ready for this one. Sometimes you just have a feeling that you're going to be fencing well, and this is a couple of days ago, and she's made it all the way through here to the final. And it's a critical time in women's foil in Italy, as Andrea Witkowski looks on at the back of the armourer, the engineer, trying to get the scoring apparatus working again. But it's a critical time for Italian women's foil. Alicia Volpi, who went out surprisingly early for her in this competition, having won both of the ranking events so far this season. She's probably a banker for the top spot in the women's foil team for Italy. Ariana Errigo, still ranked 4th in the world, is about to give birth to twins in about a month's time. So she's kind of out of the picture a little bit, especially seeing as Olympic qualification for Paris 2024 starts in a month's time. Just over a month's time. Starts at the beginning of April. And the first way to qualify for the Olympic Games is via the team route. Now, Italy, very strong in women's foil. There's an opportunity for some of the youngsters to break into the Italian squad. And this result here for Cipressa puts her in a pretty good position. Thibus, banker for the French team. And these two nations are the most successful in the history of the Olympic fencing tournaments. So here we go. Gold medal match here at the Turin Grand Prix. So Thibus, as she did in her semi-final. Thibus just taking it a little easy, but easy, I'd say, mean that in the sense that she's taking her time to find a way through, as she did in her semi-final. Worked for her then. But Cipressa, she missed her attack that time, but so fast with the hand, she lands the remise to go 2 clear. So pushing that one through, Thibus off the mark. Ceased beat. Hit to shoulder. Nice parry riposte there that time. Cipressa's got to be careful about starting her attack from too far away from her opponent. So went looking for the blade as well as she stepped forwards. I think it gives a bit of a giveaway for Thibus as well. She may well look to attack into that preparation as well as step away from it and find parry riposte. building a picture of how to continue in the fight. So another continuation for the French fencer. Misses the first and just quicker with the reactions for landing the second bite of the cherry. So from 2-0 down, 3-2 up, just like that. So Cipressa's attack was actually parried by Thibus, but Thibus didn't land the riposte. A second continuation for Cipressa. Attack right. So 2 meetings of the blade. The first one was from Cipressa, but it was picked up by Thibus. She took a second knock of the blade. It's called a parry. There's the first beat, but that's the second. And Thibus with the right of way draws level. They've had the best part of 2.5 minutes of this fight, and no one's wrestled the tactical advantage away just yet. Another forced through attack. Second one of those from Thibus, same beat as well. Beats on the outside of the blade and then pushes through. Slightly different line finishing for the French fencer. First one went onto the shoulder, second one goes to body. So mixing things up so your opponent doesn't get a pattern of what you're doing. Little scrappy, but they all count. So it was a beat attack, beat 1-2 it's called, from Cipressa. Doesn't land the first, doesn't land the second, but somehow managed to get a third bite of the cherry in. Got a single light. A little bit of variety there from Thibus, stepping in, changing the line of the parry. Didn't quite work out for her. So the first attack is parried. The riposte is no for me. So she misses Cipressa, and that's what gives Thibus sort of an extra go. So they're settling down to this one now, just inside 10 seconds. They'll go to the break, and whilst Thibus does lead by a single point, this one is not done, and no one has really taken full advantage yet of their opponent. Well, interesting down at Thibus's end in the coaching box is Giulio Tomasini, the Italian coaching the French fencer. Down at the other end, Stefano Cerioni. And it's quite interesting that he's in the box for this one. Yes, he is the head foil coach, but Giovanna Trellini has been So we're here in Turin, second period of the women's foil final between Ysaora Thibus of France and Erica Cipressa from Italy. That's an interesting one. I'm not surprised Andrei Witkowski's gone to look at the video. Cipressa starts it, she gets the parry, but doesn't land the riposte. Well, you've got to count how many goes they both have. So referee coming back out. Final action given as a parry riposte for the left. Two beats of the blade. Final action giving to the right off target. They're both operating off the blade right now. And now there's going to be a challenge potentially from Cipressa. She does call for a video. Well, I'm guessing there that Cipressa had run out of video appeals because Witkowski didn't go to look at the video, stuck with his decision. Both the Italian fencer and coach not happy with it, and it is what it is. So the piece now has become unearthed. Usually it's earthed, so when you hit it, no light comes up. This should be a pretty simple fix, a pretty quick fix. I'm going to check the weapon's okay, but I think it will be just the connector from the scoring apparatus at the front of the piece just fallen off. It's just a clip that goes onto the metal piece. Looks like there's a backup on the other side. Still not working, so maybe that wire's broken. The reason that they don't want an off-target light coming up on the piece is that often in close quarters you will hit the piece. You don't want that to stop the fight. You don't want to prevent your you don't want to prevent either fencer from being able to score a valid hit. Critical, of course, in épée, where the whole body is the target, including the foot. Attack is parried from the left-hand side. Thibus just landing her riposte off target. card coming out for Cipressa. And now you start to see that not necessarily that Thibus is starting to win the tactical battle and making all the correct decisions. There's a little frustration creeping into Erica Cipressa. Oh, nice stop here. Didn't have the right way. Cipressa had the right of way, you see here, and then the arm comes out from Thibus closest to us, and then she just blocks out the end of the attack from Cipressa. Made that look a lot easier than it actually is. Cipressa just perhaps losing her way and her concentration. This time finds the blade. Italian now just getting back into it and clearly has a plan here. She's clearly gone after this beat attack, leaving it late to try and draw the counter. Now Thibus calls for an appeal. The referee was quite clear then. He said that I know both of you went for the blade, but I'm saying I'm going to give the attack the priority. Thibus thinks it's her parry riposte. Given as attack for the right still, so Thibus loses a video appeal. So calls the same decision there, but the lights were different. So still calls this as attack for Cipressa on the right-hand side, but she missed. So counter-attack given to Thibus. So winning the battle of the beats, the Italian, but need to win the battle on the score equipment. Still time to get back into this, but one or two more hits for Thibus unanswered, and this one is going to be too big a mountain to climb. So, when there's patience from the Italian, she shows what she can do. Builds that attack over half the length of the piece. So now Thibus changes back to going on the attack. And they give up the last few seconds of the second period. And now, just at the constant level of concentration from the French fencer Ysaora Thibus, the reigning world champion, has put her into the lead, able to maintain a concentration in the fight, and perhaps a couple of rushed approaches from Cipressa. The breaks come at the right time to speak to Stefano Cerioni. So time for the third and final period of the women's foil final here at the Turin Grand Prix of 2023. Ysaora Thibus of France has a 5-point lead against Grand Prix podium debutant Erica Cipressa from Italy. So gone back to pushing through those strong attacks. Seen a couple of those already from Thibus. So parry riposte again. Cipressa just asking how many meetings of the blade there were, and Wikowski confirming that he thought 2 was enough to satisfy Cipressa. Her attack had failed. The final beat, there's 3 I think in there. The final beat was from Thibus, and Cipressa does ask for that to be looked at. So sticks with his decision, Andrei Wikowski. Oh, that's nice. That's the best hit so far for me. Attack falls short, perhaps deliberately, but the speed of wit and hand to get that remise in, to get that effectively what looks like a stop hit in for Thibus has put her just 1 away. She's really had to grind this one out. I say it's the prettiest fight I've seen. The Grand Prix win is a Grand Prix win. Not done yet though, Erica Cipressa. Forced through a remise of her own, that time going forwards. Missed the first one, lands the second. And another. All of a sudden, Erica Cipressa's come alive. A little bit of broken time action there. Harks back to the days when I was fencing. Taking the blade and bringing your arm right back so your opponent has got a chance of parrying anything. Another attempted beat attack there, but Thibus has worked out the distance again, closed it up, hit with a counter. Impressive that the French fencer is still continuing to work hard. Just doesn't want to rush this and finishes off with a failed attack, but a very quick remise. And Ysaora Thibus from France takes the Turin Grand Prix foil title of 2023. Thibus had to work very, very hard indeed to claim the gold medal here in Turin. It's back-to-back wins of the Turin Grand Prix for Ysaora Thibus. She's defended the title she won back in 2020. And a great day also for Erica Cipressa, who claims her first ever Grand Prix medal. Confirmation then that Ysaora Thibus of France has taken gold here in Turin.
Un grande applauso per accogliere I finalisti del fioretto maschile. Per l'Italia, Filippo Macchi. Per gli Stati Uniti, Garrett Maynard. Maureen Georg e Mohamed Fershan, gli arbitri di questa finale.